close us out with what you'd like to see. What are you going to do with what your Wing Chun journey, or where do you want? What is your parting message for? Because we'll have you back on. So for this episode, what's your parting episode or message for just the Wing Chun in totality?
Keep learning. Don't close your mind. Keep learning. Don't get fixated under the idea that you have it. Don't get fixated under the idea that your Sifu is the only Sifu. That's one thing I think that differentiates me from a lot. You've had a couple of Sifus. I've had several Sifus. I've had several instructors. Don't think you can study from one person and you've got it.
All three were different of mine. 100%. 100%.
I was saying today in class, we call it martial arts.
It's called a martial art. And by that I mean everybody has their slight individual spin on it. If somebody's doing this instead of that, that's more their individual spin, perhaps even that their joints just won't let them do this. Okay? If you remember Jeff, the guy I cleaned carpet with, who's big into bodybuilding, or think of Izzo, right? They may not be able to get around like this because up here is so broad. So they may end up just torquing it that far, right? That is what I was taught, right? And you can see, if you're going to consider him gospel, you can see it man do it that way. He's old and infirm and weeks from dying, but you can find video of him doing this. But what's gospel? Right? If I push you this way, or I push you this way, it's still being pushed. There can be a justifiable difference. This has control of that arm. This doesn't. But if I whacked you in the head a moment earlier and you're a bit dazed, I may not need to control your arm. I may just need you away from me. And if that's where, bam, that's where my hands are, but you can't hit me, fine. Blam, oh, you're still conscious. I need to control that arm. I need you away from me. Okay?
Everybody kind of finds, their own sort of style.
You could call it a style. It's an expression. It's how you express it. That's why it's called a martial art. I like what Guru Rinasanto says. He calls it the martial arts and sciences. There are some hard facts. Okay? No one has ever done Kamehameha. Boom! And you... If I could go boom and make you fly back 50 feet, why don't I go boom and just make you burst into tiny little bubbles? No one has ever done Kamehameha. You cannot defy the laws of physics, the science of it. How you do it is an art. You give Michelangelo a canvas and oils, and you give Salvador Dali a canvas and oils, and you give Jason Pollock a canvas and oils, and all three, you give them the same subject. And all three of them will use the canvas and will use the oils in sort of the same fashion, but they will come up with completely different renditions of that subject. We call that art. It's martial arts. I'm giving you the canvas, and I'm giving you the paints, and the brushes, and the spatulas. You paint the way you choose to paint.